Hello everyone, you're listening to Sop and Ky.
En el episodio de hoy discutiremos las tragedias del tráfico de personas.
What is tráfico de personas?
Buena pregunta. El tráfico de personas es un término que se utiliza para referirse a un delito en el que los traficantes explotan y se benefician a expensas de adultos o niños obligándolos a realizar trabajos o participar en actividades sexuales comerciales.
So these situations seem to be very dangerous. Do you know where these crimes are mostly located?
Sí, son muy lamentables en verdad. La trata de personas parece encontrarse principalmente en la región sudamericana.
Specifically in Brazil. Human trafficking in Brazil is an ongoing problem. Brazil is a source country for men, women, girls, and boys subjected to human trafficking, specifically forced prostitution within the country and abroad, as well as source country for men and boys in forced labor within the country.
Además de ser uno de los países más ricos y desarrollados de América Latina, Brasil es un país de origen, tránsito y recepción de trata internacional de personas. También tiene altas tasas de tráfico internos dentro de sus fronteras.
It's very unfortunate that these crimes aren't very covered by the media across the world. Is there a way that we can raise awareness?
Sí, por supuesto que lo hay. La gente tiende a realizar marchas pacíficas para honrar a las personas afectadas. Otra forma para comunicarse pueden ser las redes sociales.
Social media is one of the largest communication platforms. I bet that you can raise awareness very quickly and support causes that advocate against human trafficking. A fact many people don't know is that in 2019, Colombian authorities identified 124 victims of trafficking, of whom 110 were adult, 109 were female, and 15 were male. Men were trafficked tend to become involved in forced labor or domestic services from 2013 to 2019. Roughly 90% of victims identified in Colombia were adults.
For the next part of our project, we're going to be interviewing our classmates. Next, we have Emelyn Santos.
Hello.
Emelyn, do you know what human trafficking is?
Human trafficking is when humans get trafficked and sold in different places of the world to people and are forced to do child labor or like sold for sex and stuff. I don't know.
¿Sabes en qué país es más común?
No sé.
El país donde el tráfico de humanos es más común es en Brasil.
Oh, eso es muy interesante.
Okay, gracias por estar en nuestro podcast. See you next time.
Next up we have,
Wilton.
do you know what human trafficking is?
Sí, yo sé que es tráfico de humanos. Eso es algo que venden a los humanos por dinero. That's all.
A continuación tenemos a Miss Dixon.
Next up we have Ms. Dixon. Ms. Dixon, I have a question for you. Do you know what human trafficking is?
Yes, I do.
Can you please explain a bit of what you know to us?
Well, basically, it's the illegal transportations of humans to sometimes, especially in the United States, to come over and do labor almost for free. So it's just really illegally transporting humans.
Why do you think human trafficking is a big problem?
Money. It comes down to money. And it's likened to me to slavery and how they bring people into different countries trying to exploit them. And with the exploitation comes a lot of funding for the people who are actually doing it. Some participants may be coming willingly, thinking that they're going to get a better life. And some of them may be forced to come for other reasons. So I think that whenever you look at the bottom line, it comes down to someone's making a ton of money off of it.
So what's a way you think that we as a community can help stop human trafficking or spread awareness of this ongoing issue?
That's really a great question. I think that in order to do that, you obviously have to spread awareness and make people more aware that this still exists in 2022. that is just not an isolated problem. I think it's going to be a lot of challenging because I think there are probably some very I'm off the top. I mean, I don't have proof, but I just think there's people who are in some high places that is allowing it to happen. You know, I don't think this is something that's not known. It's very much known, and it's just we're very lax as a country in terms of doing something about it. So awareness is important. You know, important. And pictures and videos are better, and it gets people to really see. And I think that's how people react more in pictures and images. Videos.
Thank you so much, Ms. Dixon.
Thank you very much, Mr.
La trata de personas es una acción ilegal presente en todo el mundo, incluso en Brasil. El Protocolo de las Naciones Unidas contra la Trata de Personas fue ratificado por Brasil en el 2004. A pesar de esto, aún la evolución normativa del país no ha sido significativa. Ok, la siguiente persona es...
Melissa Morales, soy en grado 11.
Entonces, ¿nos puedes decir qué sabes sobre la trata de humanos?
Yeah, no, you gotta tell me. Sí sé que es, ¿cómo le dices?
La trata de humanos.
Trata de humanos. ¿Quieres que te lo explique?
Sí, por favor.
Bueno, trata de humanos es como, se roban a los niños y los meten en carros y los ponen como en, los venden o los tratan mal en los lugares. Se roban a los niños y los meten en carros y los ponen como en, los venden o los tratan mal en los lugares. What else do you want me to say?
Yeah. ¿Y sabes en qué región del mundo es más conocido?
En México, El Salvador, Guatemala, en los lugares españoles, últimamente, pero no estoy segura.
Entonces, ¿sabes por qué esa es como una situación importante?
Es importante para dar atención a todos porque no queremos que los pasen a otros niños o a cualquier persona. Más o menos como que hay que poner atención a todos para que estemos más a pendiente de lo que está pasando en el mundo.
Perfecto, muchas gracias.
De nada.
Okay, next we have...
Onyx Graciani.
Okay, so can you tell us what you know about human trafficking?
I know that it's a problem and it's persisted for a very long time. Mostly third world countries are affected.
Yeah. And can you tell us a good way to communicate this to other people?
I mean, outreach and education are the best, right? If you are not someone who has family members that are affected by this or have been affected by this, then you wouldn't necessarily know that this is an issue, right? It's not publicized the way that it should be. So just education and outreach, I think, are the best way to kind of spread the word.
Yes. Thank you so much. A continuación tenemos a...
Miss Tardy.
Okay. Ms. Tardy, ¿nos puede decir qué usted sabe sobre el tráfico de humanos?
Pues mira, sé muy poco. Sé que eso se da en la parte, o se dará en muchos sitios, pero para la parte de California, para el lado oeste. Y me imagino que solo harán tiene que ver también estar relacionado con la droga.
Sí. Entonces, ¿usted nos puede decir por qué esta es una situación que es importante para el mundo?
Porque eso es algo muy peligroso, que todas las mujeres están, o muchas mujeres jóvenes y niñas están expuestas. Y es algo que está totalmente incorrecto.
Sí. ¿Y usted nos puede decir alguna manera que podríamos parar este tráfico de humanos como para alertar a otras gentes?
Bueno, pues hay que crear conciencia. Hay que hacer campañas en contra del tráfico humano y crearle conciencia a la gente, a todo el mundo, de que eso existe.
Sí, ya. Muchas gracias.
A la orden.
A continuación tenemos a... What's your name?
Chris.
Okay. Chris, so, ¿nos podría decir usted qué es la trata de humanos?
Is that how old am I?
No. What do you think human trafficking is?
Oh, human trafficking?
Yes.
It's when you would take somebody against their will that's probably younger, and you're going to use them for sex trade.
Okay. Can you explain to us why this is an ongoing issue?
Because people are doing things for money, and girls are an easy target, sometimes boys as well. And somebody that's in their teens doesn't pay attention all the time to strangers.
Yeah.
And because the little kids are with their moms that keep track of them.
Why do you think Latin Americans are more easy targets for these predators?
I don't think they necessarily are easier. I think, like in the United States, I think it's equal. I don't think it's more with the Latin American countries.
Then why is it more common in Latin American countries?
Maybe I don't know that it is, but maybe it's just reported more. I guess statistically, you would have to prove that more instances happen there.
Okay. So, is there anything you can tell us for us to make this situation more known? How to spread the word?
I don't know. I guess through literature, television, places where young people your age, young teenagers would go, which would be Facebook and Instagram and places like that. And that would be a good place to do some warnings.
Okay. Thank you so much. A continuación tenemos a...
Damien.
Ok, Damien. ¿Nos puedes decir qué es el tráfico de humanos? ¿Qué es el tráfico de humanos?
Right. So what I know about that is that they kidnap little kids and they sell them for money, and that's basically what they do. They just do that to get more money. They do it with older kids, younger kids, even babies. They kidnap them and sell them to other families, or sometimes they do that to prostitute them later on.
Ok, ¿y nos puedes decir por qué es más común en países de Latinoamérica?
Because usually, I don't know, the drug dealers or random people, they mostly kidnap Latinas and stuff. So it's basically known because, you could say that Latin countries are more prostitutes.
Is there any way for us? ¿Hay alguna manera de que podamos mandar el mensaje a otras personas que no saben sobre esto?
Yeah, just share them this podcast. I mean.
Very
That's it.
Okay. Thank you.